3v3 Faction War. This is Argent Shelf Redux and the Space Marines versus Orks Game 2. First up for the Space Marines we have Dark Riku as a Techmarine. Starts out range combat, puts up some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Alongside Ace of Swords as a Ultramarines DLC Force Commander. Very good offense, can also disrupt, tank and support fights in melee combat. And rounded off the Space Marine team is Final Push as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat. By default begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura for the Orky red team. Toilailee and Adila are both Mekboys. These guys are teleport commander that fight range combat. Very good damage output, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. And alongside them is Mathis as a Warboss, angry melee commander that walks through cover. Very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. West side then is Techmarine versus Mekboy. Mekboy just about getting away there with his teleport. Tactical Marines on the field for all three Space Marine players. Double shooters for all of the Orks, nothing out of the ordinary there. First game decided by a couple of very important engagements and that awesome death tread which completely wrecked the Space Marines day. Don't think we'll see one on this map though. It's very, very long. Not the best map for melee walkers. Good for double weird boys, I think, in the middle here. Could be very, very nasty if you chain those warp vomits. That's a 16-second stun potentially. Here come double shooters with aiming what's that used on those tactical marines, which suppresses them, and here comes sluggers and they have to retreat out. He has capped the VP though, but now it's just the Techmarine and scouts against sluggers and double shooters. Maybe we'll see the mastercrafted bolter or bionics from this Techmarine is now in melee combat with these sluggers and has to retreat, and Toilailee will take that VP and maybe bash the power a bit. War banner is up behind this shot blocker and everyone waiting to engage. Not easy to assault a bunch of Marines behind heavy cover with Apothecary support, and here come some more tactical Marines from Ace of Swords. Double tax there, and looks like the engagement has started. Warboss charging in but runs right into a roadblock in the form of a Force Commander and that piece of cover which he couldn't seem to get through, but he has initiated the engagement quite well. Gets away okay. Scouts get away. Sluggers and shooters giving chase for some reason. There's a full retreat from Mathis. He might lose his sluggers here if the Apothecary turns around and smacks it. Doesn't need to. Mathis losing his sluggers early on. Space Marines waited it out and come out on top with that big engagement there. Warboss immediately forced off 470, 487. Double tactical Marines now here, and Final Push's Marines are also here. Force Commander was also forced to retreat. He has the Chainsaw of Storm Shield to help against all of that Dakar, and Devastators are up. Toilailee killing a bunch of Orks. Dark Riku killing a bunch of Toilailee's Orks on the west side. Devastators up for Riku. No sign of war gear for his Techmarine. In fact, he's going for a Tarantula turret here, covering both approaches very well. Toilailee though has Storm Boys on the field. 459, 483 jump troops with power melee weapons. A nightmare for Devastators and tactical Marines in tier 1. Not a very good fight for assault Marines either really in tier 1. Looters here for Adila. More scouts for Final Push. That death gun unable to suppress these tactical Marines before they got out of range. Now they will try and shoot up this node. Space Marines do have this contested power though, which is often vital. Sometimes forgotten about for a little while, so you can keep gens on it. Warboss being suppressed. He's fully kitted out his Warboss already. Bang bang hammer Mathis. Spiky armor and angry bits. The health regen from angry bits and spiky armor will no longer stack, but still a very potent combo. He's gone for artificer armor again. He's putting some mines up. As I said in game 1, I don't rate this armor very much compared to the reliable bonuses that Signum and Bionics give you. I mean, the extra health is good, but these proximity mines are just not reliable enough, I think. Completely countered hard by detectors, of course. Warboss coming after this Force Commander, who has Defend up, protecting him from range damage and giving him suppression immunity, but lowering his speed. He might go down here though. Gets a nice special just as he needed it, but might still go down. In fact, does go down. Warboss getting a sync kill, and that is a pretty nice one. Throws him aside. Smacked his face in with that hammer. And now double Storm Boys from Toilailee. Wow, and he forces off the Devastators and takes down the turret. Can he now run them into his mines? That's what he's trying to do here. Wow, did a lot of damage that mine. These shooters do not have a knob leader, so they can't see them, and again runs them into the mines. The mine's doing pretty well here for Riku, but he's been knocked over, and those guys are going to jump and finish him off, I think. No, they don't. Warboss leaves him alone, but there are sluggers in retreat path, so he does go down, and the Mekboy has been revived. Warboss now level 2. Really good double here from Mathis, and Riku's allies are bit slower to respond. I'm not sure what they were up to, pushing through there maybe. Force Commander's gone down. That was steal from Mathis's sync kill, which threw him over there. You see these shooters here not wanting to retreat because he doesn't want to retreat through all this stuff. Mathis already lost one of his shooters to a dodgy retreat. You see them there. 453, 377. Now he gets far enough away so he can retreat through there. 448, 377. Mathis maligning that retreat path. Devastators set up to cover this approach, but now they need to push up a bit. Force Commander can be revived by the Apothecary, who has gone for the Sanguine Chainsword. I was expecting the customized Stormbolter to try and control this Warboss. 434, 377. Devastators up for Riku. But no sign of the Mastercrafted Bolter. And to be fair, I think he got this Artificer armor before he saw these double Storm Boys. Devastators level to 2. Techmarine levels to 3. Tactical Marine is trying to cap under fire. Here come those double Storm Boys. That is so scary. Especially with Mekboy support. He can support them very well with Battery Pack and the custom force field. 425, 375. Mathis again doubling here very well. And there's another turret from Riku. Storm Boys now both have their knob leaders. These guys are going to jump. Going after those Devastators, and they will rip them to shreds with that knob leader there. Can they get a model? They do get a model. Now they turn to engage the turret, and they might lose this turret again straight away. 425, 365. I don't think he can repair through it. Mekboy also getting shots in. Does have the battery pack now. The turret goes down. Second type from Riku, and now he only has Tactical Marines and Devastators. And again, very good support on that side from Mathis. 417, 365 Dragonfire rounds used to take down these generators. Vengeance rounds also do a pretty good job of that. Scout squad moving up with a sergeant and shotguns, but they've lost a model there. Force Commander chasing off the looters. We have the Daka big shooter from Adila, and he also has the battery pack himself, and he's using the global buff from the Mekboy to knock down the Force Commander there. I always forget, I think it's called, what is it called, more Daka or something. Increases damage and gives a chance to knock back. It's a pretty cool global for the Mekboy, especially combined with shooters, of course, which are pretty much always around. Mathis has fully upgraded shooters here, and he has some stick bombers, and so does Adila. And these guys could do very well on this map. No sign of any weird boys, which I was expecting out the gate. Double stick bombers from Mathis. Riku going for a Razorback. I thought he'd go straight for a Dreadnought. I don't think he would have had the resources, but I would have saved, I think, for a Dreadnought. A Razorback versus a Mekboy and double Storm Boys might not last too long, especially as these Storm Boys have their knob leader, gives them that massive model there with a heavy melee knife, and the Mekboy can get his beamy death gun and stuff. Another Razorback here from Ace, and a Whirlwind from Riku. He's going to need to keep that thing way back. Double Storm Boys jumping on this blob of stuff, but they should be forced off here. In fact, they are forced off. He's keeping the pressure up though. And he bashed the power again. It looks like 357, 365. Mathis has just supported this side at just the right times to help Riku be forced off. He helped take that turret down and force off Ace's Devastators earlier. We'll see how this Razorback plays out for Riku. He's getting a Whirlwind as well. He's going to need to get that way back. If that gets jumped by Storm Boys, it's not going to last too long. He wants it for that disruption, obviously, on those Storm Boys. And still no sign of the Mastercrafted Bolter or the Bionics to try and combat these double Storm Boys. I'd probably go for Bionics and the shield and the axe, go the whole hog as opposed to the Whirlwind, but we'll see. Maybe this thing will do awesomely well with its disruption. 333, 365. Toilailee with double shooters. These guys have an Obleader. Double stick bombers here for Mathis. There's their volley of stick bombs, and that is nasty. Did he wipe those tactical marines? I think he did. Ouch, he just wiped Ace's tactical marines. Didn't see those stick bombs, didn't get into the Razorback quickly enough, and they've already paid for themselves, I think. Very important wipe on those tacks. Here comes Scouts infiltrated. I'm going to chuck a grenade on some stuff. There we go. Bang. How many models did he get? 1, 2, 3. Unlucky not to get more, perhaps. 333, 343. So the VPs are pretty even here. And Riku has taken the west side. Here comes Stormboy jumping in. What are they going after? Ouch. That's a Beamy Death Gun. Mekboy getting shots as well. There's the global repair buff from the Techmarine, but down goes the Razorback. Rear armor hit from this Mekboy's Beamy Death Gun. Ouch. Devastators are in there though. There's the disruption from the Whirlwind, not disrupting the Mekboy there. 333, 334. Stone Guard veterans running the hell away. And they do get away. These double Storm Boys have been terrorizing this west side completely. Level 3 and level 2 now. Still no sign of any Techmarine stuff to help with that. Don't think the mines are cutting it. Grenade on retreat maybe. I think he's already used it. Again, the generator is being bashed. Are we going to see a war truck from Toilailee to support these double Storm Boys even further? Warboss is level 4. He's done well. Level 2 and level 1 Mech Boys. There's the advanced healing from the Apothecary. Not enough healing to stand up to double Storm Boys and all of this other stuff. The Warboss, of course, buffing damage with each hit of this Bang Bang Hammer. Look at the Orks swarming here. Ouch. What just killed the Stern Guard? Was that more stick bombers? I think it might have been. 298, 334, I'm not sure though. Ace of Swords replacing his tactical marines there. They really needed some dreadnoughts on the field, I think. Much easier said than done. They wanted to get these Razorbacks up, I think, to try and keep the pressure on. Orks so used to leading in terms of pressure. If you pressure them back and have a really good engagement or two, they can be done for. And the Whirlwind for Riku still around, and he's going for a Dreadnought now. There's a lot of red. Could he have gone tier 3 for a Venerable, maybe? But I think he'll get this Dreadnought and keep it as a melee. Maybe upgrade his Techmarine as well to the Axe and Bionics and stuff. 256, 334, triple cap for the Orks. Here comes the Force Commander. Artificer and Chainsword, so he's very, very tanky. And here comes some Stern Guard veterans in the radius of that defend, using their Hellfire rounds to force off these Orks out in the open there. 227, 334. Those stick bombers doing a fantastic job stunning and damaging stuff. Looters need to run away. There we go. Dreadnought on the field for Riku. Can it change things on this west side? It's going to certainly help to do so. He still has these Devastators as well. This is Mekboy trying to finish off this Razorback with his beamy Death Gun, but he is forced off there. Sorry, Whirlwind. 203, 334. 2-1 for the Orks. Riku should be able to take back that west side. Double Stormboy is still around for Toilailee, and he's gone to tier 3. In fact, all of the Orc players are tier 3. Riku still tier 2. He has some scouts to help him support his vehicles with repairs. Can the Space Marines push back? Ace lost his Razorback, it looks like. He does have Tactical Marines with Sergeant and Stone Guard Veterans though. Force Commander as well. Is it time for him to transition to the Hammer? I suppose he doesn't know that the Orcs are tier 3. I suppose he would guess that they are. But Nob Squad is on the way for Mathis. And that's going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. Double Stormboy is jumping his Tactical Marines, and look at them just getting deleted there. Saved by the Force Commander's disruption in the end. Can he get away though? Stone Guard Veterans also in retreat, trying to finish them off with a Bomber Boys. 189, 314, final push up against a bunch of Orcs. There's the Mega Rumbler from Adila. Massive area of effect stun and disruption, also breaks down structures incredibly well. And he's going to use it here to force off final push, I think, because these stick bombers are pretty decent in melee combat. And he does force them off. 189, 300. Warboss charging in with Angry Bits. Has 1200 hit points with some really nice health regeneration as well. Here comes Sluggers as well, level 2. His Nob Squad is on the field. Riku holding down the west side has capped it and has a Whirlwind and a Dreadnought and Devastators. And he's mining it up like crazy, as you can see here. Warboss moving in, or trying to. Here comes Stick Bombers and Sluggers and Shooters. Dreadnought is going to turn to engage surely. Stone Guard Veterans get away with 2 models. Dreadnought still not moving. There's user Choppers on the Sluggers. Not sure why he used it so early. And now the Dreadnought responds. Here's a looted tank though from Toilailee. Dreadnought moving in. There you see that inspiration buff. But Stormboy's jumping is another turret from Riku. And down it goes very, very quickly. Surprised he went for yet another one. Stick Bombers chucking their stick bombs in. Dreadnought needs to back away. Is he going to get away? Nob Squad chasing, as is a Stormboy squad or 2. Whirlwind trying to support with that disruption. 189, 278. Does the Whirlwind need to be stationary to shoot? I'm not sure. That was a good piece of disruption. Dreadnought turning to engage. This is very, very brave. Has some support from Ace now with his Stone Guard Veterans and his Tactical Marines. There's a really nicely placed volley of stun bombs again, and more stick bombs coming in. Really awesome stick bomb play from Mathis in this game. Did the Dreadnought live? No, it did not. 189, 261. Devastator's right in the face of the Warboss here, and those knobs. Force Commander has his Sacred Standard, which is buffing the damage of all of this stuff. I think it's time for him to get the hammer though, surely. He does have the resources to get it. I guess he's saving for Terminators instead. Nob Squad in retreat. That was a massive push from the Orks. Did they overextend there? Dark Riku now getting a Plasma Cannon. Has this looted tank to deal with. It's not going to be easy. Because if he gets a las cannon, he obviously loses the heavy bolter. 189, 247. 2-to-1 cap for the Orks. Force Commander running against double fully upgraded shooters. He does have defend up though. And that Artificer, he's level 3 with 1200 hit points. Flash kits on the field for Toilailee. We have new models for these guys, thanks to, who was it? David CZ or Sterling? I think it was Sterling. One of the guys who does the models for Elite Mod recently. They have awesome new blaster weapons, as you see there. Really cool looking. They also have some goggles and stuff. 168, 247. Mekboy repairing his looted tank. These blasters do huge amounts of damage. Psychic PvP, only 13.75 DPS, but that is an area of effect, and it's delivered in big bursts, and it can decimate heavy and super heavy infantry really bad. for Terminator to try and deal with. Here's a battle wagon in retreat path from Adila, grinding stuff to a pulp. That is so difficult to deal with. You saw it there, he didn't even move. They just retreated into the front of the battle wagon and lost about 3 models. Here comes some assault Terminators though. Storm Boys level 4 now in amongst the Devastators, doing insane amounts of damage. A really nice grenade there from Final Push forces them off, and the Marines I think will take the west side, but look at the damage from those flash kits. Ouch. With that tank for support as well, the tank now needs to back off a bit. We have a missile launcher for Final Push's Tactical Marines. Those assault Terminators, are they going to keep their hammers, or are we going to see claws to try and take on the knobs? It's a big choice for Ace to make. He still doesn't have the Thunderhammer, he can't afford it now. Massive engagement here. I think he might just want to let his Force Commander die so that he gets that 40% damage buff on his Terminators. Looks like he is going to allow that to happen. There we go. There you see the Sacred Standard given a higher damage buff, 40%, which is pretty nuts. But there's so much stuff here. Ouch, Terminators are in trouble now. Again, really nice usage of these stick bombers from Adila and Mathis. Really nice usage. They're teleporting away, and looks like they are going to get away. These assault Terminators, they lost a model, but now they can reinforce for just 25 power now instead of 50. Orks going to cap the Space Marines natural. Riku not wanting to budge from this side at the moment. He has Plasma Cannon there and Final Push supporting with his own Devastators. Riku's Devastators further back for that overlapping suppression, and he's mining it all up there with the Techmarine, as you see. Battle wagon being repaired by a Mekboy. Whirlwind coming over to try and support with that disruption. 128, 217, 2-to-1 cap for the Orks, and more knobs on the way now for Adila. So double knobs. Surely he's going to get the hammer. Ace of Swords needs to get on the field first. Apothecary, advanced healing, also has improved medical equipment. Knob squad coming over to the west side to flank Riku. This is going to be nasty. In fact, looks like he's forced off before that even happens. Plasma Cannon, does it get away? Bomber Boys finish it off. Ouch. Those Storm Boys have been epic over there for Toilailee. Both level 4 are they? No, these guys still level 3. They have been so difficult to deal with. 99, 217. Battle wagon getting shots off. All of its guns firing because it has units inside. Also gets that speed buff as well. There's advanced healing again from the Apothecary, healing up these allied infantry units. Terminators on the field with a Cyclone missile launcher, and that will help greatly versus that battle wagon if they can get a good shot on it. These are Adila's Knob squad getting their Knob leader. Already have Mina and Greener and the hammers. 85, 216, there's Frenzy. 10 seconds of damage and suppression immunity, using it to get in amongst those Stone Guard veterans. But there's a lot of stuff here, including Lightning Claw. Assault Terminators buffed by the Sacred Standard, and look at the damage on that Knob squad. Ouch. Force Commander Steel without his hammer though. I suppose the Storm Shield is also going to support those Terminators pretty damn well. 85, 200. Assault Terminators going after all of this infantry. Here comes the Warboss though, and he has a Power Claw, and he's level 7, this guy. Force Commander looks like he's going to let himself die again, so he gets that 40% damage buff from the Sacred Standard. There's some advanced healing from Final Push. Down goes the Force Commander, so those Terminators doing ungodly amounts of damage now. It doesn't look like the rest of this stuff is close enough though to benefit. Ouch, and more great stick bomber usage. There's Angels of Death. Looks like the battle wagon is done for. Cyclone missile launcher with a big volley on them, and there's a orbital. Didn't hit as well as he would have liked. Only got the commander and a squad of Storm Boys. Nope, a squad. Oh, these squad of Storm Boys. They do get away though. 65, 199, 2-to-1 cap for the Orks. Space Marines standing firm though. Gotta give them credit, they're staying in this game. There's a drop pod from Final Push to reinforce his Stone Guard veterans and allowing allies to reinforce around that thing. Doesn't let you reinforce Terminators though. I'm still not sure why, what the reasoning behind that is, seeing as some non-Space Marine structures will allow Terminators to reinforce. 52-199. Force 1 has been revived. More awesome stick bomber usage. What level are these guys? Level 4 stick bombers from Mathis. The other squad also level 4. Wow. Adila with some level 2 stick bombers. 52-196. Stick bombers have really made this game for the Orks, I think. So much great work with their stun. They've given a whole bunch of models as well. Rarely do you see stick bombers do this well. These Terminators now in huge amounts of trouble. Must have already used their teleport. 52-185. Nob squad chasing them down with their hammers. There's one model down. There's no suppression or anything to help them out. Looks like they are going to go down. Smack. One more hit, is it? Smack. Down they go. That's a massive blow. That was the only thing really that they reliably had to go up against the Nob squad and really do a lot of damage. These Terminators now incredibly vulnerable with their power fists. Can't do a whole lot to a Nob squad. 52-164. Double cap though for the Space Marines. Something very sneaky. Scouts decapping the natural, and Riku continues to hold this west side, but not for long it seems. Techmarine is forced off. Level 7 Techmarine. His Terminator is stunned by Stormboys, and now double Stormboys are going to go after them. And that is ungodly amounts of damage. These guys are both level 4. And look at the damage on those Terminators. Whirlwind trying to stop them going down with some disruption, but I don't think it's going to work. Down go the Terminators. Ouch. Final Push getting some Assault Marines on the field. 39-155. There's a triple cap for the Orks, and this might be it. There we see that massive Sacred Standard buff again, but the Force Spawner revived by Advanced Healing. But there's a Rocks. Ouch. Just a rub salt in the wound. Bunch of stuff died. Still the triple cap. This is going to be it. 7-155 Orks pushing through very strong at the end. But the Space Marines held on really well. Riku kept coming back on this west side and capping. I'm not sure how he's managing to do that. Looted Tank did really well for Toilailee. Those double Stormboys were epic for Toilailee. Both got level 4. So were these double stick bombers from Mathis. Mathis lost a lot early on as well. He lost, I think, fully upgraded shooters, and he lost his sluggers, but recovered incredibly well. These double stick bombers, and this Warboss, who was level 8, did awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It's 2-0 to the Orks, and I will see you in game 3.